Greetings, everyone. This is Payman Loans, your host, your friend, your coach. Today, we're kicking off day 4 already of the podcast launch challenge, class of January 2025 for the UK and Europe class. And today's going to be, we're going to be getting our hands dirty, so to speak, together. We're going to be creating your podcast assets, the creatives, as well as doing recording, editing, and all that good stuff, and a bunch of other bonuses I'm going to throw your way just because you've been so good and I just want to help you as much as possible. So let's get going. Uh, okay. Do you guys see my screen? All right. So today with day 4, we're going to be looking into creating your podcast assets. So far, we've set the foundation, made you become aware and realize the tremendous potential and power of podcasting when done the right way. Then we started looking at the benefits of podcasting for both you personally and your business. And then yesterday we did start the brainstorming phase, which is very important. I sincerely hope that you took the time to do the assignments about mapping out your life and all that, the different chapters of your life to identify your zone of genius. This is incredibly helpful, not just for your podcast, but also for your business, ultimately helping you have a better understanding of why you're here for, what's your purpose in this lifetime. So today we're going to be looking at actually creating your podcast assets. We're going to get doing to the nitty gritty. We're going to start. I'm going to share with you first the about the best practices for the format of your podcast, and we're going to look into the different ways to name your podcast and what would be the best name for your podcast and name it the right way. Then we're going to be together, create your YouTube channel together, each of you. And as I asked you yesterday, you need to have an actual Gmail account. So I hope you create a Gmail account just for your YouTube channel, and we're gonna do that together. Once we've done, it's very simple. Just put your information, follow the instruction, and within 2 minutes you'll be done. It's very easy. And then after that, we're gonna get creative. We're gonna start creating your podcast cover art, thumbnails, what else? Banners and all these goodies. And then finally, we're gonna be doing the recording and editing of your shows. And yeah, we're gonna do that. Last but definitely not least, still waiting to hear from her. Bonus expert talk from my publisher, my dear friend and alumni of my academy, Mary Gooden. She's gonna talk to us about the incredible potential and power of having your own book. And if you combine that with your own podcast, then you become very, very, very attractive for all these for conferences, for bigger podcasts and joint ventures and so on and so forth. So let's get going. Before anything, um, any questions from anything that we covered yesterday? I know yesterday we did quite a lot, but any questions? Questions, comments, compliments?
Comments. It
Please.
probably was the deepest day for me during all the obviously every single session was great, but yesterday digging deep, putting things down
Mhm.
was definitely the deepest day for me.
Yes. And I hope that you took the time after the call to really sit down and really look at the ways to identify your zone of genius, because that's going to be the central point of not just your podcast, but your business. And ultimately, I hope it's going to even give you more clarity as to why you're here for. What's your purpose, your ultimate purpose?
Mm.
Awesome. Thank you. Any anyone else? Any questions, comments, anything?
I recommended you to that young man that we spoke about, and you get in touch with him, and I've told him your name so that he's
Oh,
expecting.
yes, yes. I
Yeah,
will do that. If not tonight, tomorrow.
all
Yes.
right.
Apologize on my behalf to this gentleman. I'm
No,
just
no, it's all right.
busy. I'll do
Okay,
it tomorrow morning. First thing.
that's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else? Gifty, James, anything?
No, it's the how-to for me.
Okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. Any questions about your board of directors, James?
They didn't travel to London with me.
Oh, wow.
They're at home causing a riot,
Okay, cool.
rearranging furniture, leaving me present on the floor.
Ah, so you can enjoy some much needed peace. Okay, cool. All right, so let's take a look first at creating the basic foundation of your podcast, the actual podcast, not just foundation, but the actual podcast. And now that is, we're going to be looking at the format for your podcast and naming your podcast the right way. First of all, there's various ways to format your podcast. I'm going to go briefly through each of them. The first one, obviously, it's the one solo where you're just you speaking, talking, sharing knowledge, sharing tips, updates, best practices, and so on about your industry, about whatever it is, your hobby, whatever you're doing. That's the first one. Then you have a co-host, meaning two or more people hosting the show. Pretty straightforward. Two people. There's quite a few powerful podcasts out there with two people. Then you have the round tables where you have multiple people, multiple hosts, usually four or more. It's usually in conferences or usually for anything related to specific industries that have a round table around the podcast. Then you have the interviews, which is my favorite and the one that I've been doing, which is you interview a guest, and that guest can be either an expert in your industry, in your niche, or just like what we've been talking about, your prospects, or even interviewing your current or past clients to get testimonials from them, and so on and so forth. And last, it's the narrative form, which is more like fictional. You tell a story either in each episode over the course of a series of a season or just in one go. There's some very popular podcasts that way, but I don't believe this would be, this is not the type of podcast that we're talking about here. For business, it's more like either interview or solo co-host. So if you look at these 5 different formats, which one do you think is the one that speaks the most to you that you want to move forward with your podcast? Let's hear
Interviews.
interview. Why?
Because I know so many people that could leave so many benefits and share their stories, and
Mm.
so people can listen to and be relate to. So yeah.
Awesome. How about you, Christine?
The same, and the reason, because the ones I've done with you have been so comfortable, and you almost forget that you're doing a podcast. You're just talking to another person, so it's a lot easier and more comfortable. And
Thank you. That is a very beautiful compliment. I graciously, and gratefully claim that. This is the ultimate way for you guys. What I'm saying is, you want your podcast episode not to be an interview, but a conversation. All right, a conversation, and make the person very comfortable. That's number one. That's given. And how do you achieve that? By let them speak, not interrupt them, not trying to butt in your 2 cents. Because again, when you're the host, that's what you are. You're the host. The star of the show is your guest. And that's something that I convey to every guest at the start of not just the podcast call, because I never do a cold podcast episode with someone unless it's Tony Robbins or someone like that. But I always have a meet and greet call to get to know them and for them to know me, and also to see if they're a good fit for the podcast. I have turned down people if they're not a good fit. So again, and at the start of these calls, I told them straight up, hey, it's not about me, it's about you. Share whatever is going to make you win, whatever is going to make you shine brighter than you're currently shining. It's about you. So you share whatever that's going to make you, that's going to benefit you personally. So this is something that you really need to convey to your guests first when you get on a first call with them. I also recommend, as I mentioned, I don't do cold, podcast episode with someone I don't know. I always do a short meet and greet. Now it's really up to you how long that meet and greet call can be. For example, my coach, his meet and greet is about literally 15 minutes because he's very busy. But for me, because I like talking, they can be an hour. I love listening to people's stories. And it's the worst is when I talk to someone who's also equally chatty as me. Like for example, this lady right there. Christine, when we talk for hours. Or Gifty, for example. James as well. We've had quite a few lengthy, beautiful conversations off the records.
Outrageous.
Yes, especially the first one. Loved it. So again, make them feel comfortable, and please control yourself. Do not interrupt them. That's one of the deal breakers when it comes to your podcast getting traction or not. All right, that's the one. Okay, what about you, James? Which one of these format do you want to use for your podcast?
So I'm comfortable in pretty much all of them, as you would expect. But the one that for me makes the most amount of sense is in conversation with somebody else.
Yes, the interview, absolutely. But again, guys, it's your podcast. It doesn't mean once you select one that you're going to be stuck with that. It's really your call. You can do now, if you want to go all in and you want to be aggressive, you do one podcast episode a day, Monday to Friday, so 5 a week. As to which ratio you want to use, it's really up to you. You can do 5 interviews one week. The next week you can do 2 interviews, and you can bring 1 or 2 experts, and then another episode with just you sharing your knowledge, providing tips and value to your audience. It's really your call. You're not answering to anyone. Nobody's here with a gun or anything telling you need to follow this. No, it's your call. It's your podcast. It's your business. Feel free to use any and all of these that you see fit. Okay. Yes, I see you, Berta. Just give me 1 second. You have your hand raised. Okay. Yes, go ahead, Berta. First of all, welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
thank you. Yeah, as always, I'm at work, so I'll be muting and then
No worries.
covering, but I'm with you completely throughout. My
Sure.
question is solo. When it comes to solo, what is the disadvantage? What are some of the disadvantages of going solo apart from like maybe being boring? If it's too long, maybe people listening to only one of you, one
Yeah.
person,
Great
they
question.
might have enough of you. But to start with, can solo, so far as it's there, it means it's something that can be done. Is there any advantage at all of going solo? Thank you.
Very welcome. Great question. Solos, there's pros and cons. The pros is that let me start first with the cons. The cons can be daunting, especially for someone that's never done podcasts, that can be shy, doesn't have any idea what to talk about. It's one thing for you to record 1 or 2 episodes, but if you want to be consistent and be committed, you have to come up with quality content regularly, and that can be a challenge, especially beginning, and especially when you're just starting. You're still unsure where is your business going, what you're doing, who's your avatar, and so on and so forth. So that can be a challenge. And also, you mentioned the boring side. Yes, some people that may not know you, until they get to really know you and connect with you, they may be, not really interested. So that can be an issue. The positive is when you're solo, you have no one to answer to. It's your call. Unlike when you have a co-host. Co-host is like 2 people. Be very careful if you do use a co-host. Selecting a co-host is the same thing as selecting a business partner, or even more when it's come to a spouse, because you will be, I wouldn't say stuck with them, but you will be literally spending a lot of time with them. Even more so if you are in different countries, different time zones. You have to come up with times that work for both of you. And also you need to be able to have a real clear agreement as to what's each person's responsibilities, who owns the rights, who's gonna get what when the podcast starts generating revenue. So it's a real business agreement if you have a co-host. However, the benefit of that is that you're not going to be by yourself. It's a lot easier for you to be comfortable when talking to someone else. You can be, shooting the breeze together. You can be joking and providing more entertainment in a way, more, more enjoyable content for your guests, 2 people as well. But solo, honestly, I would recommend if you're just starting out, depending what is your podcast going to be, you can do as I just mentioned earlier to before, you can do any mix of those that you feel would best help your business. You can do one episode is going to be solo, one can be an interview, interviewing a prospect, another it can be interviewing an expert or even a current or past client, and so on and so forth. And if you do have someone that you feel would be a good host, maybe try it just for a few episodes together before going full blown two hosts for your podcast. Go with one, just a few as a test drive, so to speak, and then see how it goes, how you guys are getting along. But as far as solo, I would not recommend starting, first of all, a solo podcast. It can be daunting. Because again, the main challenge will be coming up with quality content and keeping at it for a long enough time until you start seeing results. Because a podcast is like a baby, it's like a plant. You have to nurture it, you have to water it for a long time. For me, for the first year, I made a grand total of $0. It was partly my fault because I had no clue what I was doing. But once you do know what you're doing, you have clarity, which is what I've been sharing with you guys, then you should be able to get results much, much faster. But until you do, it can be a challenge to coming up with quality, thought-provoking content for your audiences, unless you have a very structured plan, an idea where you're going, you have extreme clarity as to what is your business, what is the pain point you're solving, and for who. Then in that case, and you know exactly what your audience is looking for, then in that case, you can make it work as a solo host. Does that make sense? I know I went on a large tangent around the world, but I hope this answered your question. Berta, okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I get it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I agree.
Very welcome. Christine, reading your comments, if you're going to do a podcast with a guest, one or two, would you have an agreement before you start? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Just like any business. Absolutely. But before you even make it official, so to speak, just do a test drive. Hey, let's do one or two as a test to see how it works, how we get along, see if they're easy to work with, are going to be a pain in the butt, especially if they're a different time zone, a different country, a different, commitments and all that. It's just like selecting a business partner or selecting a spouse. You have to go through the process of getting to know them. Just like you do the courting, the dating, the getting to know in the business. Same thing here.
Mm.
Does that answer your question, Christine?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also how would you enforce it? How would you stop once the podcast has gone live and it's out there and you've got an agreement with them? How do you do that?
Well, once you, again, I'm not a lawyer, but once you have any communication in writing, that's a legally binding document, whether it's an email, a Word document, anything. And if there's a breach of contract or do something really nasty, depending on the amount, then you can sue them. I'm not familiar with the laws in the UK, but you can sue them in small courts or whatever. But first, of course, you would try to see if you can solve this in an amicable way.
Amicably, yeah.
Yes. Because anything legal, it's costly, it's time consuming, a lot of stress. So
No, I was just thinking that actually doing podcasts has become, big
absolutely.
business. I've
Yes.
seen lots of people doing it.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, do they have an agreement and whatever if you put it on YouTube and it's, say, for instance, it got 1 million views or something, even at $50 per view, you're talking about a lot of money, aren't you?
If you're getting 1 million views, you're getting a lot more than $50. Let me tell you.
No, I mean, if you
Yeah.
charge them $50 for viewing it. I don't know how YouTube works, to be honest, but
YouTube works per thousands. For each thousands views, they pay you a percentage. It depends on a few factors. One of them being what is the topic and where is the audience coming from. So in certain countries, they will pay them more than others. I was just talking to a good friend of mine. He's also Canadian. He's a YouTuber. He's built a 156,000 subscriber channel. all through his phone, and he's getting about, say, 25,000 views per video. He's getting about, I don't know, he told me about $500 per video.
Wow.
Wow.
So, and it does one video a
Mm,
day, and
that-
is doing well.
mm,
Speaking of that, if you guys are interested, I would be happy to bring him in to
yeah,
talk to
yeah.
us as how to
Mm,
build a successful
Gifted.
YouTube channel.
right.
He's
Yes, please.
he
I
doesn't have,
watched it.
he's very old school. He doesn't have any slide. It just speaks from experience, speaks from the heart. It tells you how he did it. I met him in October of 2022 when I was still in Canada. At the time, his channel was about 15,000. And I just had him on a podcast. I did a live with him on Monday afternoon. You can find the video on my wall on Facebook. Now he's at 156,000 subscribers, all through his phone. He doesn't use any computer. And that's incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
Mm. I did listen to your chat with him, and I was saying, oh, I wish I could, but since you brought it up. But the issue about money, I mean, some people have asked me, I've just begun, so I'm not sure where the money may come from. I think my understanding is to make
Yes.
myself, I have the aim of making myself visible, what my message is about. And then, of course, that's what I learned. But I've not had the financial aspect involved, although it costs time. This week I've had to. And it's also to help my guests to showcase the services that they are providing. And if they've written a book, I've had the second one had written a book and how they could access it.
Yeah.
And I always tell them they are the author. And then, of course, mine is so
Yeah.
limited to 25 to 30 minutes. So it's
Yeah.
not long. So it
Yeah.
has to be succinct.
Exactly. So regarding money, I mentioned that yesterday a little bit. I'm gonna go more in depth into that tomorrow. The way to monetize your podcast and YouTube channel. There's two ways: the traditional way, the current, and I would say even the old, outdated, obsolete way. And that's what most people are doing, including my friend. And that is building a massive audience and then making money through sponsorships, downloads, and viewership. That's good, but it takes a lot of time. For example, my friend has been doing it for 3 years and almost on a full-time basis.
Mhm.
You know, but or if you can really benefit from that if you are a celebrity, if you have an existing massive audience, or if you're a world-class expert in a specific field. In that case, yes, you can make money fast with a YouTube because you have the audience. But for someone like me and most of us in here who don't have that audience, gonna take 3 to 5, if not 10 years. So, but that's an outdated way, the way that I stumbled upon, and that's what I'm sharing with you guys. And that is you simply leverage your YouTube channel, your podcast. It's all built around clarity, your zone of genius, what pain point you're solving for who, where is that person hanging out, and simply inviting them on your podcast to interview them. That's how I've been able to get over 100 iTicket clients in the last 18 months with a tiny, tiny, tiny YouTube channel. That's the smartest way. If you do it the way I've been showing you and telling you, realistically, you can get your first client in as little as 60 days from the moment that you launch your podcast and YouTube channel. It's not about the numbers. For example, if you go on my YouTube channel, and we'll show you that in a moment, my channel is still very small. I only have 1,435 to 38 subscribers, which is nothing. My videos don't get more than 30 to 50 views. I'm lucky if I get 100 views. But for me, I don't care about that. I don't care about as what they call the vanity metrics. For me, it's all about the connection, the rapport, the trust. And even my friend Alex that I interviewed on Monday, he said even for him, he's very happy with his, well, comparatively speaking, it's big, but compared to other YouTubers, it's still pretty small, 156,000. But he has a deep connection with all of his subscribers. When he makes posts, people comment. They're not just bought. They're not just people that some other YouTubers pay just to make it look like a busy channel. They're real people, real conversations. So it's all about the connection. So this is the smart way, the effective way, the efficient way to monetize your YouTube channel and podcast very fast, even if you have no audience to start with and without spamming. But it all comes down to one thing and one thing only: clarity. This is why I spent half of this challenge on that alone, because this is what's going to make or break not just your podcast but your business. So again, yes, you can make money with YouTube and podcast, but you have to do it the right way. If not, you have to put in the time and really work hard. It's going to take you a few years. My friend told me that his first check after 2 years was $111, because YouTube and Google, they need to have a minimum of $100 before they send you a check. Anything under $100, they don't pay you. They just leave it until it reaches $100, and then they send you the money. So it took him 2 years to get that. For me, I haven't even seen a penny from YouTube, because honestly, given my very low numbers on my YouTube channel, my views, I don't even bother. You will see once you get monetized, and by monetized, I mean once you reach 4,000 hours of watched views and you get 1,000 subscribers, then you get monetized for Google AdWords and for YouTube Pay, whatever they call it. And even then, I don't even check that box, because if you check that box, then your videos come into much more scrutiny. They really check to make sure you're not saying anything that is controversial and all that. So for me, I just don't even bother, because I wouldn't get any money anyways. If I look at my dashboard of the last 3 years, it took me a year to reach that 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. So it took me all that time. And if I look at my lifetime, I will actually look after my lifetime earned money from Google and YouTube. It's not even $100 yet. So I don't even bother. But by leveraging my YouTube channel to have heart-to-heart conversation with my with my prospects, I've got over 100 high-ticket clients. And if you ask me, I'll take that over any money from YouTube, because you actually have control of that. It's not about YouTube's algorithm, where the people are watching are from, what topic. You'd have to be a slave to the YouTube and Google algorithm. Whereas in here, you call the shots. It's your business every step of the way. Does it make sense, guys?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Any other questions about format before we move on?
No, that makes sense. It's really providing making your business visible, isn't it?
That's it.
It's about
Not just visible, but visible for the right people.
yeah.
You don't need to be all over the map. Sure, it would help, but what you need is to have the right people find you. And how do you do that? Again, clarity is the name of the game. The more clarity you have, the more laser focused your messaging will be, the more it's going to speak directly, not just to the heart, but to the soul directly. All right, let's move on. Now, let's take a look at another important aspect of building your actual podcast, and that is the way you name your podcast. There's many different styles and types of naming of podcasts, but let's take a look at each of them and see which one, applies the best for you. So you have the catchy name, such as, for example, the Sharkpreneur podcast, Global from Asia, or whatever other podcast with just a catchy name. The Millionaire Next Door or something like that. Or, Then you have the keyword-based title. For example, and the title, you have exactly the keyword that describes what the podcast is going to be about. For example, the Parenting Junkie Show, the Chiropractic Philanthropist, the Happy Realtor, things like that. The title as literally the keyword. Or the Smiling Nurse, for example. I just made that up, but I'm sure that would be an example. Okay. The next one will be very easy. Just your name. The Joe Rogan Experience, the Tim Ferriss Show, the Berta Asante Podcast, the George Owls Podcast, the Gifty Alma Podcast, the Christine Lester Podcast, the James Dakin Podcast, the Payman Lorenzo Podcast, and so on and so forth. Next, you have the brand name. Your podcast name is the title of your brand. This is the case for me. The Leaders with a Heart podcast. For example, for you, the Intentional Beacon podcast. See? So you just use the title of your brand. Pretty straightforward. And then you have much more rare nowadays, the one word podcasts. For example, capitalism. This is a very successful e-commerce related podcast, Unchained. These are rare because nowadays those domains are all completely taken unless you have millions and millions of dollars to buy them from other people. Then it's pretty tough, pretty hard for you to get a one word domain that you can use for your podcast. Like for example, Elon Musk, he bought X, the letter X. That must have cost him a pretty penny. Probably I would say around $100 million just to buy the domain, because that's a premium domain. The shorter the domain, the more valuable it is. So looking at this list of the most common ways to name your podcast, which one is the one that makes the most sense for you and your podcast? Let's hear it, each of you guys. Since you're the only one on the screen, Gifty, let's start with you.
I've got mine already because I've got a framework which is about supporting professionals to develop resilience and to manage work-life challenges and pressure. And that beacon is also how you thrive through rather than surviving. So the B stands for belief system. E is emotions. How do you connect with people emotionally and yourself? A is the attitude. How do you show up in terms of reactive or proactively to situations? C is communication. How do you articulate your needs with clarity and respect in the face of adversity? O is taking ownership. And N is nurture, arriving at new perspective and sustaining growth, because every day is a journey. We don't arrive at a destination. So I've got that framework, which indicates that it is feasible to thrive when you manage these areas in terms of so mastering is a habit, mastering your belief system, your mindset, your attitude. So
thank you for sharing, Gifty. Thank you.
Gifty, can I ask you a question? Did you have to look to see whether Beacon already existed somewhere?
I did let check, but I don't think I think there wasn't. But for me, I was already in a different academy and I was being supported to come up with a framework in terms of my service. And as a Christian, I said, how have I come through difficult periods and still standing and be the light? And so those things came to mind as I was, so it's like revealing to me. I said, why not? And when I tested it and resonated with people. And also I did a survey to check a bit about my niche, whether people will actually need that support. And out of 52, I had 45 response. So it's been a journey, but which I'm working on. And I'm building on the self-mastery beacon framework to support people.
Thank you for sharing. One thing that
Sorry.
really stood out for me was when you said, why not? I love this question. Instead of saying, oh, it's not going to work, who the hell do you think you are? Ask yourself, what if it works? Why not me? Guys, understanding the tremendous power of questions is one of the two things that literally saved my life. My TED Talk is all about that. Understanding the tremendous power of question, asking the right question. And that question you asked, why not? Why not me? Why not now? What if it works? You ask the right question, your brain goes into the right direction. And because you're going in the right direction, your higher self, the universe, whatever you want to call it, your antenna feeds you more ideas, more inspiration, more insights. So again, ask yourself, seriously, guys, this is no joke. Ask yourself the right question and you will see wonders, miracles in your life. I'm the proof of it. So anyways, enough of this. Thank you, Gifty. Great question, Christine. George, what about you? Which one of these types of names would do you think is gonna be the best for you for your podcast?
I think my brand name, because my brand name at the moment covers a lot of what I want to do and how I want to begin. So yes, definitely my brand name.
What's your brand name?
Planet GG.
Say that again.
Planet GG, Planet Go Girl.
Oh wow, I love that. Hey, Planet Go Girl. That's a very
Yeah.
catchy name. Take
I've
it.
done blogs, I've got a small website, and it's, yeah, thinking about that, Planet GG just gives it that.
Did
Yeah,
you register the domain Planet Go Girl?
I did indeed. I did indeed.
.co.uk, all the good stuff, .org.
Not .org, but .co.uk, .com. Yeah.
Good, that's all you need. Okay, good, good, good. Awesome. Thank you.
Mhm.
Berta, are you able to answer the
Yes.
question?
Uh-huh. I don't know whether that's a brand or whatever. I'm on it, planning an academy, professional progression academy. I also deal with nurses, internationally educated or healthcare professionals who have just migrated,
Okay.
working in the diaspora. So I've written a book, almost ready for launching, which is called Professional Progression Pathway.
Mm-hmm.
And my academy will be Professional Progression Academy. So the name, and honestly, the podcast just came to mind. So I don't know what I can name it. That Professional Progression Academy, but it's also about career development compass. I wanted to call some career development compass about all that, the 10 chapters in the book, how where internationally educated healthcare professionals can navigate their way around with exam prep, with interview prep, and the culture, understanding the culture. So I have not really decided on one. I've got a website, but the website's got my old name or old company's name as the not based on that. It's generalized. But the thing with me is that I've got about 3 different areas that I normally get invited to talk on podcast: marriage and the professional aspect, and then other areas. So I want to really I want to start with a professional one. I've written a marriage book already, so I get more invitations to talk on marriage, different areas, aspects of marriage.
Oh,
So,
wow.
but at the moment, I want to deal more on the professionalism, internationally educated professionals navigating their way. We have a bit of similarity, me and Gifty. We share a lot of things in common. She's interviewed me on her podcast before.
Okay.
So I haven't got a name yet. Maybe by the end of the day, I should. What do you think about professional progression compass, professional progression pathway, professional career development compass?
I will share with you in the next slide or so a little tool that's going to show you whether that name is available not just in the .com but also on all of the major social media, because whenever you select a name for a podcast, I highly recommend that you make sure that that name is available across all the major social media such as YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and so on and so forth. I will send that to you in a few moments.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I invite you to book a one-on-one call with me for next week. Let's
Yes.
brainstorm. Let's brainstorm together even further.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Cool. Awesome. James, what about you, my friend? Which one of these?
So I am thinking it's brand name first,
Okay.
ultimately potentially moving to mine. So healing the divide is, or turning the tables are the two. The two names that I'm playing with at the moment. The program is called, the online program that I've just made for women is called Turning the Tables. And there will be a book of the program to
Okay.
follow. That will be called Turning the Tables.
Cool.
They both come under the overall brand name, which I think is the brand I'll be moving towards, which is Healing the Divide, which is the gender divide. And they both fall under the remit of the working title at the Media Lab, which is How to Stop Taking Shit from Insecure Men, to get the job that you're worthy of and the partner that is worthy of you. So somewhere in there, I think the answer will lie. So
Absolutely.
there'll be a
Makes sense.
consistency. There'll need to be a consistency with the brand
Totally.
across the piece. The other one, the radio show, is called Uplifting Conversations with James Dakin. So that's the radio show. So again, there's within all of that, it's just a question of getting the branding nailed and getting it sorted out as to what exactly we're going to work with first and what's going to be the media presence. And then probably retrofitting that into this.
Cool. Love that. Awesome. Also, invite you to book a call with me for next week to further brainstorm. And yeah, awesome. Has everyone shared the answer? Did I miss anyone?
Yeah, you missed me again.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How can I miss you of all people?
Because you're so quiet and demure, Christine,
Yeah.
you're there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Christine.
Well, I haven't got a clue. Not a clue. Something about education and change. My
Okay.
life. I
Okay.
don't know. Or learning is my life. I don't know. Something like that.
Okay.
Because I am learning every day. I never stop.
Good.
Somebody said to me only today, a lady at education issue actually, she said, you amaze me because you never stop learning.
Yeah.
So something about that, but I can't think of anything sort of whizzy that somebody else won't have thought about.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. And
I'll keep thinking.
yes,
Lifelong learning.
yeah, the lifelong learning.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's been taken by the European Commission.
Okay.
Oh wow.
LLL is
You
lifelong
will
learning.
You will get something.
Oh, something like that.
Mm.
But yeah, that particular one is definitely gone. I know.
When do you stop learning? Pen
Yes,
it
yeah.
round.
Yeah, I love that.
When do you stop
Good.
learning?
When do you
I
stop
don't know.
learning?
Or learning never
Um,
stops.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
I like the how
Is,
to be a
is
prince, how to be
learning
a
an event
magnificent,
or a journey? I don't know.
Yeah. So
how
what
to
we
be a
say?
magnificent mischief maker. I think that works every bit as well.
Love that.
Mischief maker. Is that me?
Magnificent. How to be a magnificent mischief maker. I think that's perfect.
Did just
And
describe me, yeah.
you know what your title can be? MMO. Mischief maker of officer. CMMO.
Mischief
Chief
maker
Mischief Maker Officer.
officer.
Yeah. Chief
MMO.
CMMO, Mischief Maker Officer.
Chief
Oh,
mistaken officer. Okay.
Not
Yeah.
mistake, mischief. I've been saying it
or
myself. I've been
mystery
saying
of life. Mystery of life. Oh,
I am
Yeah.
terrible actually because I do when I am learning with a group of people, I'm the most disruptor, and yet I don't expect anybody to disrupt me when I'm I'm teaching. So what you've said about mischief maker, yes, that fits me.
Yeah. See,
I'm always lobbing a grenade in, that nobody's expecting.
oh yeah. I would have not expected that from you.
All
But
right,
hey,
I'll shut up now.
expect the unexpected.
Yes.
Unexpected
Yeah.
learning. How about that?
Unexpected learner.
Learning, something like that. Just play with words, get creative and dare to be different. This is not, well, maybe for you it's different because you work with big organization. Don't try to be stuffy to corporate-y. It's okay.
Oh,
Let
no,
your
no,
quality shine.
yeah, yeah.
You know?
Okay, thank you. I knew
You're
you'd help
welcome.
if I threw that one out.
Sure. Anyone else that hasn't shared their views yet? The answer? Okay, let's go move. Okay, so here's a
I
little
have a
website.
question.
Go ahead.
Sorry. My question is, like, if you are somebody like me with different angles, different areas, marriage, health, education, and this professional progression. I do talk about LGBTQ as well, but now I've put that one at the side. I do face to face. I have not brought that one into scene. But with different areas, and you want to form a podcast, do you find one name that will cover everything, or it is best to name them differently? I'm trying to see if I could find something that resonates with all of them. The professional progression pathway will probably be closer to the health education that I give, health talk about diseases and how to combat, but then the marriage as well, marriage aspect, which I talk about forgiveness, trust in relationship, and prep. And if I want to form a podcast, I know people watch my information from all these different areas. So how do I put it? Should I have 3 different names? And then depending on what I'm going to showcase or talk about, mention that name or use that screen, or I should find one particular name that will cover everything.
What is your gut feeling telling you?
I think I've been thinking that if I could find one particular one, I know like intentionality has always been a subject, something that comes in when I'm talking about marriage, when I'm talking about health, education, when I'm talking about, academic, professional progression. Intentionality comes in, but I'm wondering how I can form a podcast name that will cover all these diverse areas.
Very easy.
Wow.
What is who's your avatar?
Different. I have like marriage couples or the youth preparing for marriage in relationship. Well, when you say avatar, I mean, I have people who listen to me who seek my mentees, my mentors. What should I say? My mentees and mentors, and then also I have professionally, internationally educated healthcare professionals that I look after and I guide them to, I induct them to settle in smoothly based on my my knowledge, my certification, and my experience, as I have been one before.
Okay.
Yeah.
To give you an answer that makes sense, I would like to have a one-on-one conversation with you to fully understand what is you doing, what is your work, your business, and based on that, I can really give you a meaningful answer. But what I can tell you from my experience, especially for people who are multifaceted, multi-talented, what I recommend is, yes, we all have multiple talents and gifts and all that, but focus on the one, your zone of genius, the one that really speaks to you the loudest, the one that is the most impactful. So you said that you can help people with. So if you've been helping many types of people, take a look at your clientele and see which one is the majority, and then among all of those, ask them. And that's something I cover in depth inside my academy, and I will briefly approach it tomorrow. Ask them, and even you should be able to know that by experience, which is the most common pain point that person is facing the most, and then focus on that. I would build my messaging, my marketing, everything around the number one pain point that person has this week and help them at the highest level. But that doesn't mean that you will not be able to help them with other issues. Actually, it's going to be much more easy for you to help them with other issues once you've helped them successfully with the number one pain point. Then you would have earned the trust displayed your expertise, and they will be much more willing to help you with any other issues that they may have. And those can be, pain point number 2, 3, and 4, as opposed to dumping all of them at once over them. What I would recommend is specialize in one specific pain point, the one that is the most that you have personally the most experience, what I've been sharing all this week, and then build everything, your messaging, your marketing, everything around that for that specific person. And then once you work with them, once you've helped them get the result they want, then they will approach you and you can tell them, hey, by the way, I also work with this. It's going to be much more easier for you to help them with pain point number 2, 3, and 4 because you have their trust. They've seen results with you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I have to book a time with you because they are different. Those with minor problems don't have the professional problems.
Yes.
So they are completely different clients and they are coming. So I think I cannot drop one completely.
Sure.
I still have to deal with the others in
Yes.
one way or the other. So I think I'll book a time. If you have any slots available this week, I will be grateful. So next week.
Okay. I'm based in Asia. I'm 7 hours ahead of you. So right now is 8 p.m. For you is what? 1 o'clock. I usually don't take any calls after 9 o'clock because my brain just shuts down, 9 p.m. I can do, if you're an early morning person, I can do the earliest you can do it, the better for me because it's
I'm
early
a
afternoon.
late person.
Oh, late person. Okay.
Mm,
Do you stay late at night?
yeah,
What time do you usually sleep?
12, 1.
So 1 a.m. UK time, that's 8 a.m. here. I can do 12 midnight or 1 a.m. for you.
Yeah,
But let's talk about that in private. Let's not take time
thank
here
you.
for that. Very welcome. I'll
Thank you
send you
so
my
much.
Calendly and let's talk on that after.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you. I appreciate
amazing.
it. Awesome. Welcome. So here's a little tip. Beautiful website I've been using myself for the past 7, 8 years. You enter any domain name is going to tell you whether that domain is available. Let's actually do it together. Let me stop sharing this. Let me go on Google. Okay, name checker. All right, let me share my screen again. All right, you see my screen now? Give me any domain, guys. Give me any domain. And we'll do a search live.
Do you want mine?
Sure,
But
go
it's
ahead, go ahead. What is it?
planet.gg.
Wait, dot.
Sorry, planetgg. Dot
Okay.
co. No, G.
Okay.
As in letter G, letter G.
Oh, okay. GG. Like this?
Yeah, .co.uk.
Okay, don't worry about the .co.uk. That's fine. What I'm looking for here is if it's green, it means it's available. If it's red, it means it's taken. Very simple.
Okay.
So I recommend you save this website. I've been using it since at least 10 years, 7, 10 years. And it's an absolute gem. It used to have also Instagram. Now it doesn't have it. So you have to check Instagram separately, but it's not complicated. And yeah, so save this website. Well, it's a bit long tonight. I don't know why. So before you
Did you
buy,
say if it's green, it's
it's
what?
available. It's available. As you see, green, available, red, unavailable. I mean, in the box, you see in front of the platform. Like, for example, Meetup unavailable, Pinterest unavailable, Dribble available. The main ones are taking longer than usual. I don't know. So check that on your own time. It's a beautiful little tool. It's free. And yeah. All right, let's change that. Let me go back to the actual slides where they are. Okay, here. Let me share that. Okay, perfect. Let me share my screen. Okay, now let's create a YouTube channel. So you need to have a Gmail account. There's no way around that because YouTube is owned by Google. So you need to have a Gmail account that's specifically reserved for that YouTube channel. Don't mix it with a private email or anything because you don't want that. You want a specific email address just for your YouTube channel, a Gmail account. So if you have not created a Gmail account, that's your homework. Please do one. And once you do, simply go to youtube.com and create a new channel. It's very simple. Follow the instructions and simply enter your information. The title of your channel, select the category. It's going to ask you to enter your address and all that good stuff. Just it's very simple. Should take you 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes to fill the information, and then you have your YouTube channel. So let's try to do that here together quickly. Let's see, where is it? Let me find it. Moving away. Nope. Not this one. Okay, where is it? Oh, I think it's here. YouTube. Oh, here. Hopefully that's the right one. Do you guys see my screen? So again, I'm just gonna enter whatever handle, Lorenzo. Whatever, Lorenzo. Whatever. Let's get started. Lorenzo P13. Let's say, for example. Okay. Okay. What does that mean? What is it? Sign account, Keynote, YouTube Studio. Okay. Okay, welcome to YouTube Studio. So I just created this account. Okay. Oops. You see I have nothing here. And simply after that, okay, maybe I'm a few steps ahead here, but it's very simple. Oops, what happened? Okay, welcome to YouTube Studio. Okay. Just make sure you have a Gmail account and then go on youtube.com and then click on the option that says create or start YouTube channel. Very easy. Just follow the instruction, put your information. And once you've done that, then you can come to your dashboard and you can, I will show you in a moment. So upload videos is very easy. You can do it either to this button here in the middle, or you can go to create here and upload video. I usually use this one. Okay, very simple. And once you've uploaded videos, you can do all kind of good stuff to it. You can add your thumbnails and all that good stuff, the title, the description. Let me actually, if I can, I will log into my actual YouTube channel and show you that, hey, my channel is still very small. Wait, switch account. Whoops, not this one, add account. Which one is it? Leaders with a heart. Okay. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right, this is my channel. As you see, 1,437 subscribers. Here are the videos of the challenge that I've been posting. So let's do the one from our call from last night. So I did some, as you can see here, I did some, after uploading the video from my computer, I added a brief description and the timestamps. Do you guys know how to create timestamps?
Yes.
So for those who don't know, it's very easy. Let me show you here. So you go timestamps, and then, for example, oops, no, not here. All you have to do is just put the time. So 0, semicolon, 00. Let's say intro. Let's say I'm just making this up. So let's say 5, oops. And then these 5:35. We talk about my background. At 12:21, I talk about my youth, whatever, just whatever chapters. Okay. It's very easy. And once you do that, let me show you what happens. Of course, you need to save it. See here the save button. You save it, and then you click here to see it. It's going to open another browser for you to see the actual video. Okay, so here you click on here, and you see your timestamp. These are the ones I created. So if I click on 5:35, it's going to take me to 5 minutes 35. See, it's very easy, but they are very, very powerful. It's one of the best things you can do to your YouTube channel, to your YouTube videos, because it's going to allow you to really see, give options, give an idea of what each video is about, give them a glimpse, and people can jump from one section to another. They can consume, just for example, here, they can go straight to, say, to identifying your zone of genius. They click on that. So background. If you spend any, and then they like it, they listen, and before they know it, they've gone through 3, 4 different sections. And before you know it, they've consumed half of your video, as opposed to nothing, no idea what the video is going to be about. Nobody has time for that. So again, this is very important. This is very easy to do. Did you see that, Gifty? It's very easy to do, right? So I recommend you do these for your videos to add the timestamps. They're very easy. They're very easy and very, very powerful. Another thing that I
So
recommend,
when do you use timestamp?
every single video. So when you upload a video from your computer to your dashboard on YouTube, then you click on the video to open it, to work it, to make it more professional. You add a title here. Yeah, you have a
Yeah.
box with description. You add a description. Then you create a section at the bottom that says timestamps. And at the bottom, you create your timestamps. Just like I showed you, very simple. Like for example, let me do it again for you, Gifty. So 00, that's where you usually always start. 00, okay? You always start there because that's a start. And then let's say 3 minute 54. I'm just making this up just to show you. Background. Can't even spell background. 6:47. Let's say growing up. 12:35. School years, and so on and so forth. Do you see that? And then once you save it, let me show you. You save it, the white button here, and then you click here on your video to open the video. That's it. So you see, and then you come here to expand this. You see the ones we just created? Do you see that, Gifty?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good, good, good. This is very important. It's very easy, but very, very powerful. I recommend you do that for every single video you upload. Okay?
So that gives the segment of the discussion. If it is with the host, how do you?
The
I'm a
person
bit
who's
lost.
if it's for the host, same thing. Doesn't matter. You just log into your YouTube channel. You just upload a video. Whichever of you has access to the YouTube channel. Again, that's another thing that you need to discuss with that person, because when you decide to go with a host, it's literally like getting married to the person or getting in business with them. You need to discuss all the main points in advance. Have maybe not a contract, but an agreement. Who does what? What's each person's responsibilities, duties? Who has the login to your YouTube channel? Who can make changes? Who can upload? Who's gonna have the rights to the videos, to the content, to the image rights? Who's gonna get the money, and where is the money gonna be deposited into your account, their account? These are very important decisions. So selecting a host, you don't go with any schmuck that you meet to be a host. Just like you wouldn't marry the first person or go to business with the first person you meet, just because they're a smooth talker. So it's very important to be careful when you select a host. Okay,
Ask a question.
go ahead.
While you've been talking, I've been onto Name Checker, and I've got 2 domain names, and I put both of them in, and some platforms it says available, and others it says not available.
Okay.
Does that mean that somebody else can, on those
Yes.
platforms, somebody else can use my name?
Somebody is already registered and using those names. Yes.
Ooh.
So, but the main platforms that you need to focus on: number one, the .com, the domain, Facebook, the Facebook name, YouTube, LinkedIn, and depending on your business, the scope of your business, Instagram. For
Yeah,
you, maybe.
Instagram it says me.
Okay.
Facebook it says I've got it.
Okay.
But then there's a lot of others like Flickr and that.
Don't worry about
It
those. Don't worry
says
about those. The
no, but
full name.
does it mean somebody else is using my name on
Well, it
those
might mean that
platforms?
somebody
Yes.
has your
They
name
already
that
have
you
registered
use.
that name. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So they're
right.
not.
Well, how
They're
can
not.
they do that if I own the domain name?
Maybe they're using it as well. Maybe they don't know.
When I bought mine, you had to buy every single platform, every
Yeah,
single extension. So
yeah,
if they only particularly needed that, then they would have bought that and it wouldn't have been available to you.
yeah. Well, I still got .co.uk and
But
.com,
keep in
and I
mind,
did
guys,
have .eu.
yeah, the only one you pay is the .com. All the other
Yeah,
social medias, they're free, but you need to
free.
register them before someone else does.
Yes.
Well, I thought I had. That's
No.
why I'm querying.
Well, you
Yeah,
need to make
no.
sure that you
I don't
do
have
have them.
all.
I
If
need to get
not,
onto my domain host, don't I, and
yeah.
ask them what they're playing at. Yeah, okay, thank you.
But
Sorry, I
again,
disrupted again.
no worries. But again, Christian, the only one that you actually pay for is the .com, the domain. The name on Facebook, the name on LinkedIn, the name on YouTube, the name on Instagram, those are free. You just go on each platform and register for free.
But I have got a YouTube channel as well.
Okay.
There's not a lot on it.
Okay.
The ones I've done with you are on there because I've
Okay.
put them on.
Okay.
And I've just done a Google search and it's popped up everywhere where I've
Good. Good.
amazing.
Good. Yeah, exactly. Great question. Thank you, Christine. So again, make sure you have the timestamps. Another thing that is important that I add, you can create playlists. Like for example, I have many people that I've had multiple episodes with, so I create playlists for them. Like I have one for the podcast challenge, one for the academy, one for people, and all that. Another thing I recommend is go on the show more, and here you can add tags. Tags are like keywords for SEO purposes. And you have a maximum of 500 characters. So I always use the maximum up to 500, especially for podcast episodes. So I enter any keyword that is relevant for you, for your business, for the guest, for anything you're doing that is pertinent to that episode. Okay? It's very easy. For example, let's say here, podcast, and you put a comma, and then let's say podcasting. Whoops. Podcaster. Oops, can't even spell. Podcaster. Launch your podcast. Get leads podcasting. Get clients podcasting. Can't even spell today. So you add any keyword that is relevant for you. For example, my brand, leader with a heart, and I would add both singular and plural, leaders with a heart. Purpose, heart-centered. Impact, impacting. Inspire, inspiring, empower, empowering, and so on and so forth. Book, author, published. Whoops. So any keyword that is relevant for you, for your video, for your topic, for your guest, you add them. You have up to a maximum of 500 characters. You see, I've been so far 235 characters out of 500. So this is a limit in here. The limit and the actual description box is 5,000 characters. So always go up to the max, or if you can. And the limit on the title is up to 100 characters. So you cannot put like big titles. You have to make them, fit. These are important things to make oh, and of course, create the actual thumbnail. Do you guys know how to create a thumbnail on Canva? Gifty, you know how to do that?
Oh yeah,
Good,
by your grace, you taught.
good. Okay. Christine, do you know how to create
Yeah.
thumbnails on Canva?
No, that's
No?
something I've got to do. I think from one of your sessions.
Okay, I will show you. I will show you right here.
I do apologize, guys. I've got to go to a meeting at 20 past.
No worries.
But thank you again.
Watch the replay, and I'll see you
Welcome.
tomorrow, okay? Take care, my
Take
friend.
care, everybody. Have a
Book a
great
time.
day.
Book a time for next week, please, okay?
I have done. It's the
Okay,
6th.
perfect.
And
Okay,
Gifty, I'd like to book some time with you. Take
Yeah,
care.
I'll
Take
do
care,
that.
everyone.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Okay.
George.
John.
So let me now switch gears and show you guys quickly how to use Canva. Okay, where am I? Oh yeah, I need to share this with you. I haven't done that. That's important. Okay, so we talked about this. Now the next thing here is, once we've created a YouTube channel and all that, there's a structure. We've done that. The next is, let's create together, at least map out the structure of your first video on YouTube. It's very simple. Open your notepad, make some bullet point. I don't want you to create to write a script, but have a few bullet points and then speak from the heart. And you want to talk about who are you, introducing yourself, what's your background, what's your story, why you're starting this YouTube channel, what's the message you're going to convey and share to your videos and channel or podcast. For who is it, who will benefit the most from it, how they're going to benefit from it, and how can they connect with you. So these are the points you want to cover in your video. Keep the video short, 5-10 minutes. It's not going to be an hour. 5-10 minutes, and that's going to be your first video. And then very easy to do it using Zoom. You guys know how to use Zoom. We're on Zoom right now, so very easy. Once you've created that, that's your homework. Do it, and then simply upload it from your computer to your YouTube channel. Very easy. Do you know how to do that, Gifty? How to upload it? Okay, perfect. Okay, Christine, clear as mud.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
That's a very Canadian expression. Clear as mud. Okay.
Or thick
No,
as mud.
That sounds good.
but
I
seriously, it's
wanted
pretty
to know,
straightforward. Go ahead.
yeah, the audio version. Whenever I finish the chat, the podcast conversation with the guest, I have the audio version. And I was wondering how I could. I mean, I haven't done the Spotify and the other channels yet. That could go on those areas, isn't it?
Yes, Gifty, inside the academy, since you're an alumni, week 2, day 5, it's exactly all that. And I'm going to share with you guys today the slides for that day, step by step, how to upload your audio file into your hosting. First of all, what is a hosting? How to get a hosting, and then how to upload your audio file from your computer into your hosting. Step by step, with screenshots, with videos. I can't do it any easier than that. I'm going to share the video. You have access to that video, Gifty, because you're part of the academy. But also, I'm going to share with all of you guys as a bonus, as a gift, as my way of helping you, going over and beyond to help you guys. I'm going to share the slides from that module inside the academy for you guys at no cost, and I'm going to send that to you. I've already shared it with you guys inside the WhatsApp group, so keep an eye inside the WhatsApp group. It's already there. Okay.
Is that the Podbean one?
Yes.
Yeah. I did try it, but I think it was asking for certain things. So
Yeah, just
my
follow the
son will say,
instructions.
but
It's very easy, very easy. Instructions step by step. And I have plenty of screenshots, videos from all these platforms to help you walk you through that. So again, the summary of how to create your first video, and you can use the same structure, the same for every video onward. So again, you will need to, once you've uploaded your video, once you've created it, using Zoom on your computer, you upload it from your computer into your YouTube dashboard. And then from there, just like I showed you earlier, you add the show notes, which is basically a summary what this episode is going to be about. The show note, the summary, the guest contact information, the timestamps, the thumbnail, the keywords, the title, and all that. Okay, let me show you that from my YouTube channel, one of my videos. If I can show you that, guys, just give me 1 second. Oh, right here. Not here. Okay. Oh, oops. Okay. And I need to delete these because these are not. Okay. Save. Okay, let's go to an actual episode that I did recently. Let me find one of our episodes, Gifty.
Mhm.
Gifty.
I haven't got the one we did together though. I haven't seen it.
Which one? No, it's not yet. It's
The-
not. It's not yet. It's number 372, and I'm releasing episode 369. So it's not done yet. Okay, not done yet. Okay, no problem.
Oh, with the podcast we did.
Okay, yeah, it's not done. So the last one I released is 369. Ours is 372. It's gonna be soon. So here's one. The last one I released was Stuart Wade from the UK. So as you see, I have a description, a title, and at the bottom I have his contact information. Oh, are you guys seeing my screen?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me share my screen. Okay, 1 second. Do you see my screen now?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
again, this
Yeah.
is the last episode I released, 369 with Stuart, part 2. So I have a title, I have a extensive description, and then at the bottom here you have his contact information, best way to connect with Stuart, and then the timestamps,
Ooh.
and then I created the tags,
Mm.
the
The
maximum 5.
tax I haven't done.
Yeah,
Mm.
so it's very easy. You just go here, you
Mhm.
click on, when you go to the bottom of your page, you click on show more. Okay?
Mm.
Show more.
Mm.
Show more. You go down to tags. This box is empty, it's small, so once you fill it, it becomes bigger. It's very, you fill it. And once you've done that, you just save it. And that's it. Okay?
So if I go to your YouTube channel, I see the videos that you did with me.
Uh-huh.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
But I've seen yours already, Christina, and the twice you've done it with
All right,
Payman, I
let's
think.
go. Let's go here.
Just while we've been talking, I just found another one that I did that I can't even remember having done, but it is me
Yeah.
talking about entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And I'm thinking, oh, I haven't put that one anywhere.
Okay.
I
What's
haven't
And I've
replicated it, which I suppose you need to do, don't you?
Mhm.
Even if you've done it
I've
for
seen
somebody else.
almost everything.
what's
I've
your name,
been
Christine?
What's my name?
I'm joking. I'm joking. Just make sure you're okay, Christine.
Paying
We've done,
attention.
we've done
and
two
that's you
videos so far. See? 338
Yeah.
and 364. 372 is next. Oh, sorry, that's what's Gifty. That's Gifty. So let's take a look at the last one. Okay, here.
But uh
Well, boring old.
you do a lot. That's why I don't do many, so I finish
Oh,
and
see, I've never seen that description or all the other stuff that you've done.
Oh,
I've only just seen the video itself.
you need to read those because you want to make sure that what I'm writing about you is actually true.
This is true, yes. You
And I'm
might be
not
saying,
writing
don't
anything,
talk to this woman. She's a right
anything
pain in the
inflammatory or
ass.
incendiary about you, and controversial about you.
That's what I meant. Pain in the
No, don't worry.
beginning with A.
So
Oh
guys,
God, I
this is
forgot
very
this is being
easy.
recorded.
This is
no,
very
it's been on for a while. I've seen it.
this one's from December 9. So yeah, let's change
Yeah.
gears and go back to
Part 2.
here.
Mm.
Yeah, very good. Do you know, my son and my husband haven't looked at it yet.
The what, sorry?
My son and my husband haven't looked at my podcast yet.
Ooh, what are they waiting for?
I don't know. I think my son might be afraid that I've said something that I shouldn't have done.
Okay. Now let's move on. Let's finish soon because I'm literally starving here. So
Oh,
Canva.
okay.
You guys know how to use Canva?
No.
Gifty, you
I
know
do.
it. Okay, good. Christine, you know how to use
No.
Canva?
No.
Okay.
I know you've mentioned it. I've got it down to do. Another one
Okay.
that I've got to do.
As I said, Uncle Y is your best friend. YouTube. That's the biggest university in the world. You can find all the information there. And I'll also quickly show you now. Let me show you here. Wait, let me log into Canva here. So, do you see my screen with Canva?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. So when you go to the home page here, let's create, for example, your podcast cover. Podcast cover. Okay.
Mm.
Podcast cover heart. Okay. So when you click here, you have over 20,000 templates to choose from. Okay. So take a look at which one you like. Let's say reading podcast. Okay. Which one of these do you like? Just give me whatever. I'm just going to use that as a, this
But
one.
payment is the size too matters. I think I got stuck. I couldn't even because the
Yeah.
size has to match your
Yes. The size.
cover, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your this thing. I got into trouble. I couldn't. Then I had to call somebody.
So let's go with this one, for example. Okay. Or this one. Which one do you want? The Bailey Dupont or the Bailey podcast? Which one do you like more, Christine? We're going to use that as an example.
Mine's like the top podcast, the small, that's
This one.
triangular.
So again, let's customize. And when you click on this, you have more options. So take a look at all of them, see which one you like. Let's take this one for simplicity's sake. So of course, we would take your picture. So I think I do have your picture somewhere here. Let me find you, Christine. Did we do a podcast recently?
Wow, you must have loads.
I have 300, almost 400 people. So of course I have quite a lot of pictures.
You don't save it in your picture thing. I have my, so when I finish, I keep it in
There
separately.
you go. Okay.
Mm.
So let's remove this
Oh,
guy.
I hate that photograph. Yeah, go on.
I'm just using this as an example. Oh, wow.
All right.
What happened?
And that's beautiful picture, I know.
So I look like an old matron.
No, it's okay.
No, it's good.
Don't describe yourself wrongly.
Okay, this one is not working. Let's do another one. Okay. Design. Let's go to the design. One that is.
Oh, this is the bit I'm hopeless at. Absolutely hopeless.
No, I had another picture of you that I used for the last episode, which is much better. Let's see. Let's say this one, for example.
Christine, that's one of the things I love to help. I'm helping people to say nice things about themselves.
Good.
Or rather than say you are hopeless, say the areas you want to work on. You are not hopeless.
You have to be very careful with words because words are powerful. Words are alive.
Yes.
Yeah, this lady I was working with, she said I was undervalued.
Yeah.
And I
that
don't
you
value,
pack it with
you
them.
don't value yourself, she said.
Yeah. You know you are special already, but sometimes things come up. Oh, beautiful, you see?
That's a good one. See, for example, just
yes.
With, what was your name, your podcast name, Christine?
I don't know.
Is the
Christine
Lester?
Christine Learning Forum.
Listen, the Christine Lester podcast. Very simple, very clean.
Lester
Oh, yeah. Okay. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, the Christine Lester podcast. Yeah.
Talking all things
and you can have variety.
Yeah.
Take it quickly. Take picture.
Exactly. You can change. You can add change colors, change backgrounds. You can
the CLP. Then you put the CLP.
Talking about all things lifestyle and business. Yeah, that would do.
Yeah.
Christine Lester. There you go.
Possible podcast.
We created one for you on the fly, right there. You can change the colors. Let's change. Change the colors to something more daring, whatever.
Wow.
What are the colors of your brand, Christine?
I was just going to say Minster is blue.
Blue, okay. Which blue?
And it changes. You see, it changes quickly with the
which blue do you like?
Yeah, with your background, it's nice. Like
if I can share,
it makes you shine.
Background remover. Yeah, I remove the background.
And my not-for-profit is a horrible pea green.
Yeah, wait. Let me. Okay, background remover. Why is it not doing it?
I'm working on all those areas, so it's
Okay, perfect. Now let's download this. Okay, save. Perfect. Let me share it. Thumbnail view. Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Oh, I quite like that. Yeah.
Okay, and then we can change this background if you want to whatever you want. Blue, what color, whatever.
You are amazing. All the gifts you give.
Well, thank
Amazing.
you. Thank you. You can,
That's why I keep referring you. I don't know whether you're getting any business out of it, but I
thank you.
keep
Thank you.
referring you.
It's coming. It's coming. Don't worry. So you can play with it, whatever color you want. Tell me what color you like. Tell me what color you like.
it's beautiful.
Well, I like blue, the blue on a white background because it stands out then, doesn't it?
What blue?
The
Oh,
blue that
cream.
the blue on the left-hand side, the one that you've
This
just
blue?
deleted. That
This
blue,
blue.
yeah,
Okay. And
with
this
white on the
part,
other side.
and this part you want it to be
White background.
wait,
Yeah.
let me put it back. Why is not allowing me to change this? Like this?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
I need to remove the wait, let me remove. Here's another beautiful little tool I will share with you guys. Remove.bg and can remove pictures for free. Oh crap, I need to download that video.
What is it called? Remove BG.
Remove.bg. Okay, let me take that picture.
Remove background, is it?
Yes. Download. Give me a sec. And then now I can go here. I can do this magic here. Christine, LinkedIn, remove. So this is, I've been using this tool for a long time. It's free and remove the background. So now you download it. And then after that, you upload it back to your upload files.
So remove.bg
BG.
is like a Canva.
It's no, it's just, it does just one thing. It removes the background for free of a picture. So let's remove
If
this
you've
one.
done the recording already, can you remove the background?
Recording on what? On a
Anyway, it's
video?
difficult. That's the
On a
one
video?
I had. I don't know if I showed you. I
Background
wanted
on what? On
editing.
a video? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, that's
I'm not
different.
that
Oh,
techy.
that's nice. This is
So without the background, but I need to find something around it maybe to make it elements, maybe something like this. Wait. Put you in a box.
yeah.
Oh, what happened? There we go. Cleaner.
Hey.
Ah, right. Yes.
Let's change the background color to match
So
this.
how did you get the circular bit?
You see here on the left,
Yeah.
you have an option that says elements,
Uh-huh.
and you just
Oh,
select
dear.
whichever element you want. I selected the circle here,
Okay.
and I just
Are you
drag.
still doing all this with Canva?
Yes, and I drag
Yeah.
the picture inside the circle. That's it.
Mm.
Can you save that now? So I don't have to do it all over again.
So can I save that now? That's
Okay.
beautiful. You have
How do
to
you
go and stay with him
how do you like this? Wait.
or employ him. Wow.
How do you like this one, Christine?
I
I
do like
love
that,
this.
yeah. The only thing I would add is can you put FRSA after it?
Where?
Anywhere.
What does that what does that
Down the
mean?
bottom, maybe.
What does that stand for?
Fellow of the Royal Society of Arts.
Say that again slowly.
Fellow of the Royal Society of Arts.
So I'll put it here. Okay.
There's
Christine.
thousands of members internationally.
So FL.
FRSA.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Need to maybe put this a
That's
little.
it.
You are a member of that. What do they do?
Oh gosh, they've been going for about 300 years. They are an internationally recognized qualification,
Okay.
but they
For
only
what?
a fellowship. They only award if you do something very special.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you like this one?
You-
Oh, let me just also change this to blue. So everything is congruent. How do you like this now, Christine?
Yeah, I like that. That's very
So
good.
Everything looks good.
I will
Yeah.
I will download it and send it to you.
You're a star. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Another referral coming up.
Thank you. Thank you.
I told you you'd be up to 500 by
I
the end of
think
the year.
Bertha is gone. She put into the chat who pays for the podcast, host or the? I said nobody pays.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
But I
down.
think, I'm getting the
Well, my
idea.
favourite saying is there are no pockets in a shroud.
Yep.
Mm.
When they bury you, that's it. You go with nothing.
All right,
Mm.
so now you understand how to create a cover,
Yes,
thumbnail, anything you want on Canva.
Canva.
And YouTube is your best friend. Seriously, that's how I learned. I was far
Mm.
from being a techie, and I'm still not a techie, but I learned everything I needed to learn
Mm.
through YouTube. Let's
Mm.
quickly go back to our slides here.
Minister Development Center. What is it? Strategic leadership. That's good. You've got. Mm.
Oh, I'm not good at all this promotion.
Okay, right here.
You're doing great.
Well, I've been trying to do it for 30 years. I just haven't got it even now.
And your
Okay.
son?
My
You
son
have
is
your.
my son is an architect. He could do these things.
All
Yeah,
right,
he,
guys,
he
let's
can
move on.
spend
Let's move
time
on.
with you.
Sorry.
Again, sorry, I really have to finish because I'm really getting hungry here. It's
Yes.
time.
I
Yes.
So
appreciate
let's
your
finish.
time.
Let's
Thank
finish.
you
Very
so much.
welcome. Very welcome. Not done. Just a second. So the recording is very easy. You just fire up your Zoom. You guys have a Zoom account. There's a free account and a paid account. So if your podcast episode are less than 30 minutes, you can get by with a free account. But if you want to do longer than 30 minutes, then you need the paid account. The paid account is about $20 a month, about 15 quid a month.
That's Zoom.
Yes, Zoom.
Zoom.
Yes.
I've got a Zoom account. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So you know
I
how
pay
to
one.
use Zoom. You just start and
Yeah.
just speak from the heart, or you just record. And also before recording, test that everything is connected, that you're recording, all that good stuff, in a quiet environment and all that. Editing, I don't do any editing unless the person asks me to do it. And if I have to, I'll do it on iMac. I have a Mac computer. I can share with you guys a video that shows you how to do that.
No, it's all right. You've given us enough.
Okay.
You
So
go eat, you
thank
poor
you. No, no
soul.
worries. I will share a video with you later
All
tomorrow.
right, later.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
here's
Thank you
we're
so
done.
much.
Very welcome. Book a time with me for next week. Sneak peek into tomorrow. We're gonna be looking into how to monetize your podcast and how putting it all together, how we can leverage your podcast to get leads on demand and clients organically without spamming, even if you have no audience to start with. And I'm going to share with you how you can turn your podcast into an unstoppable machine, lead generation machine, client generating machine, and so on and so forth, and how you can leverage your podcast for bigger opportunities like books, speaking engagements, and so on and so forth. So
Where's
that's
your lady book author that was coming?
no, but she will be coming. I haven't heard back from her. She's going to come for the
Okay.
US call tomorrow morning. It's going to be about 1 o'clock
So
in the
I
morning.
might want to talk to her. I've already
No,
nearly written a book.
What I will do, I will share the video of her talk with you guys as soon as she comes on. And then if you want to connect with her, let me know and I will connect you to her. Okay.
All right. Okay.
So any question about anything we talked tonight? I know we've done quite a few. It's been a mouthful.
Oh, no.
Thank you so
No.
much.
Thank you so much, as usual.
Very welcome. So have a great day ahead of you.
All
And
right.
let me see. Please keep an eye on the WhatsApp group because that's where I'm posting all the replays, the slides, the links, and all that good stuff. Okay. And see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys.
Night. Take care.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Gifty.
Bye, Christine. Bye.